Everyone, welcome to Club Passim. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. How y'all doing? You all survived the daylight savings jump. Good. Well, thank you so much for coming out here on a Monday night. Before we get to your music, I have a couple things to go over about the club. I need to point out our fire exits. There's one up on stage just for emergencies, and there's the normal exit back out the way you came. Please take this moment to silence your phones, all of your devices. Turn off your flash, please. And also try to keep the aisles clear for your server tonight. Let's have a hand for Alex taking care of all of you this evening. We are going to have a short intermission in between acts tonight, but Alex will be coming around, so you can just flag them down if you need anything. Is there anyone here who's never been to Club Passim before? Any first-timers? Oh, a bunch. Wonderful. Well, welcome. Thank you very much for coming out and giving us a try. If you are not aware, this is also our monthly Discovery Series night, which is a series that we have been doing here at Passim in conjunction with 9 Athens Music for the last 10 years. So every month we bring a couple new acts to our stage, and sometimes they're just new to us, and sometimes they are brand new baby bands, and we've got one of each of those tonight. But about Passim in general, we have music here 7 nights a week, and we're a nonprofit, so we rely on your support to keep running and to keep supporting artists as they come through or as they live here in Boston. In addition to the club, we also have a school of music. We have 4 grant parts of Passim to support New England musicians, and there's a lot that you can do to get involved. If you enjoy music, because you're here, you can check out the calendars on your tables. You'll see our schedule for the next couple months. Or you can go online to passim.org to see all of our shows up into, what, like May, June now? It's crazy, guys. We have so much music, so many classes. If you want to get involved yourself, you can check out everything online. And also, hi to the internet. We are streaming. Thank you very much for tuning in, folks. And those of you that are out there on the socials, if you want to share this with your friends, that's great. This Discovery Series is about getting these artists in front as many eyes as we can. So please share it with your friends, because people are going to love the music that we have up tonight. In a bit, we're going to be hearing from Nobody's Business. Yes. But up first, we have first-timers to Passim. They came all the way from Birmingham, Alabama for you tonight. Please help me welcome Davis and Haleigh.
Well, thank y'all so much. We won't play Sweet Home Alabama. We promise we won't do that. Oh, I'm sorry. Broke the promise. No, but it's an absolute honor to be here. Thank y'all so much for coming out. It's going to be a great night. Yeah, if you want to hoop and holler, we're from Alabama, so you can do that. You know, that's okay. So yeah, we'll start off with a little cover tune. This is a Beatles tune. Thank y'all so much. So this next tune is going to be on an album we're releasing here at the end of the month on March 28th. It's called Bend. Yeah, well, thanks. Yeah. So you can actually, on your way out or during the break, there's a little thing up front that you can scan and pre-save our album. Or you can sign our email list, and we'll just send you only one email that lets you know it'll happen. We're not going to spam you. Trust me, I can't keep up with my inbox. So this song's called Road to Rendition. Thanks so much. Thank you. Yeah, this guitar has gone from a humid 70 degrees in Alabama straight to a -2 Celsius in Canada, right to whatever it is here. So tuning has kind of been a thing. Luckily, we played at a luthiery the other, 2 nights ago,
Yeah.
and they let me know my guitar was severely screwed.
Yeah.
So
he had no idea. This next tune is another one on the album called Sundown. Like many of our tunes that are named after spots in nature, because that's usually where we are when we write our tunes.
Yeah, you'll notice a theme with our songs. It's kind of like, what time of day did they write it? So this one's sundown. So could you imagine what time it was?
It was the morning we were just thinking about when the sun would go down.
Thanks so much. Yeah, that's one that's going to be on the upcoming album. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
This is one of those tunes that has like 1,000,000 verses, so you can never actually sing it wrong. That's why I love it. Y'all probably know this one. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlem. Oh, peaches in the summertime, apples in the fall. If I can't have the girl I love, I won't have none at all. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlem. When I was just a little boy, I wanted a Barlow knife. And now that I'm a grown man, I'll marry me my wife. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlem. I was once a little boy, just playing in the sand. And now that I'm all grown up, I'll buy myself some land. Shady Grove, my little love. Shady Grove, my darling. Shady Grove, my little love. I'm going back to Harlem. Yeah,
y'all.
thank y'all so much. It's a verse with a million verses. You know, if someone's like, "Where'd you get that verse?" You can just be like, "Oh, that's old Jim Bob's version. You know, from that one recording, that one time." I think I threw one of those verses in there, actually.
We threw in a little Chick Corea in there too. Yeah. Armando's Rumba, if anybody knows of that one.
As one does in Shady Grove, you know, a little Chick Corea.
Yeah. We're going off script now.
Right, of course.
Trying to just feel the room.
So this is a tune that's on our upcoming album. It's going to be a single that'll come out in 2 weeks from now, if I have my days correct.
Yeah, the 28th.
Yeah. Or no, yeah, right, the 28th. She's got it. She knows. What am I doing questioning? Yeah, Layla Zoo. This is the first tune that we ever wrote together. Haleigh actually studied music in Israel and Turkey. Oh, well, you tell them about it.
Yeah, Israel, Turkey, Greece, a little bit of Palestine too, but just learning from the locals and yeah, just sitting around and like they were super excited to teach me songs because they were like, "Oh, you like this stuff?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And like fun fact, they will like a lot of them are studying jazz and stuff, but then they've also been brought up into like their tradition, the traditional music, and that fusion is the coolest fusion I've ever heard. So I mean, in Boston, I guess y'all have probably heard a lot
There's
of that.
probably an ensemble somewhere that does that around
right,
here,
yeah. But anyway, so this song, Layla Zula. Layla means dark or night or black. And then Zula is a Arabic slang word for a hangout spot where you and your friends go and play music together, ideally around a campfire in nature with really good food too. So here's Layla Zula. Oh yeah.
So we really enjoy old time music, but we wanted to like see how far old time we could go. So we found this song that's actually pretty old. It's like what, the 1st or 2nd century CE? Yeah, so it's an old time tune, you could
Consider
say.
it old time.
Yeah. For those of y'all who like old time music, this definitely qualifies.
Yeah,
A whole new
it's
category.
An ancient Greek tune.
This is actually the oldest discovered written piece of music. It was written on a gravesite or
Gravestone?
Gravestone, sure.
Sure.
And it's in ancient Greece they found it. It's called the Epitaph of Sikelos. And it was written with some notation that they were able to decipher the melody of. And so it also had some lyrics with it, but we took that melody and made our own little arrangement. But the lyrics are really beautiful and kind of have a really nice message. Haleigh, would you mind singing that for us?
Well, I wish I could sing you the ancient Greek way of singing it, the language, but in English it goes, while you live, shine, have no grief at all. Life exists only for a short while, and time demands its due. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Gosh, I love that tune. It's just so cool to me that that was like written on someone's gravestone like thousands of years ago. You know, it kind of blows my mind. It's like it's a cool idea to think about life and death like that. It's like, you know what? Even if you die, like there are circles little ripples going from each and every one of us that you never know where it's going to end up. Speaking of which, that kind of reminds me of this is an unplanned song, but maybe Lonesome Ridge, we could do that one?
Oh, yeah.
So my grandfather grew up on a farm in rural Alabama, and he told me a story once about, it was like the first year after high school, and he wasn't going to go to college until a couple years later, and he said it was just like the loneliest year of his life. You know, he was on this farm, all of his friends were gone, and he was just like, it was wintertime, and he was just like, man, this is boring. And so he took out a piece of wood and painted on it Lonesome Ridge, and then nailed it on a tree, outside of the front of their farm. But I really liked that name, Lonesome Ridge, and I always thought, gosh, that'd make a great like bluegrass band name or something. I don't know. But we ended up writing the song, and I was like, oh, this is like the perfect emotional space to capture that title. So here it is, Lonesome Ridge, and this is for my grandfather, who's 96 years old right now, still doing all right. And he just had his 74th anniversary with my grandmommy. That's what we call her back in Alabama. Off script, y'all.
Now they're all out of order.
Set list written on our boarding pass of a flight that we missed, so we had to get our money's worth out of it, somehow.
Yeah.
Y'all have heard me say this a bunch, but this is another song that's on our upcoming album. And our album's called Bend. We should maybe say a little bit about it. Yeah. This song is actually going to feature a quartet. We've got upright bass and percussion in it. But yeah, we decided to name our album Bend because that's kind of a philosophy that we hold dear in our relationship, which, by the way, we are actually in a relationship, just to, get the elephant out of the room. But, yeah, so when, Bend is kind of this whole philosophy that we hold dear. What's the actual saying? I always forget the actual saying.
If if a tree doesn't crack, or if a tree doesn't bend, it'll crack in the wind.
Right, there it is. So in a relationship, it's important to bend, right? You got to make compromises. But also musically, we play improvised stuff and have improvised moments, and it's a good philosophy to have as a musician. If you have to bend, right? If someone takes a dive somewhere else, you got to kind of go with them. And also just, in the world right now, it seems like an appropriate time to where we all have to learn how to bend with each other and with what's going on in the world. There's kind of a lot of things, and if we're all just rigid and stiff, it's like things just start breaking, and maybe that's what the world needs a little more of, is a little more bending, But anyways, the song's called Shoreline. You could only imagine where we were when we wrote this. Thanks so much. I think we got time for one more. Is that right? Or where are we at? One or two more. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that'll do. Let's see here. Get this broken guitar back in tune. We've got tape on here, y'all. That's how you know it's going good. Thanks, American Airlines. No, it's okay. You got to check the bag every now and again. It's like I always kind of tuck my tail when it happens because I feel like it's my fault. It's like I didn't hide it good enough going in. I have all these techniques. Like I'll drape my coat over my arm with my ticket and have my case back here, and I'm like, hi, do a big smile, like, hey, here you go, here's my ticket. Usually it works, Not this time. Thank you so much. All right, for our last tune here, what are we going to do? We'll do another one that's, this is Scottish, right? Is that the origin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the Scottish tunes about banshees are great, and this is one of them. so much.
Thanks so much. That's Haleigh Black. I'm Davis Little. We're Davis and Haleigh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. We got Nobody's Business coming up after this. It's such an honor to play for y'all. An honor to
Yeah.
play here, really.
Yes.
So thank y'all so much.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
All right, folks, welcome back. Before we move on, how about one more hand for Davis and Haleigh, who kicked things off? They've got that album coming out on the 28th, their debut album. So, so go pre-save that, get on their mailing list so you can buy it when it comes out. Because you heard how great it was tonight. You heard all the songs, so great. Before we move on to Nobody's Business, I would like to turn the microphone over to Passim's favorite volunteer, representing 9 Athens Music. Please welcome Chuck.
Hello, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. Thank you all for coming out on Monday night to see the most wonderful live music that you'll ever see in the Boston area or possibly in the world. I don't know. It all depends. So it's an amazing place where, imagine a group from Birmingham, Alabama coming here for the first time and bringing us from Palestine to Israel to Greece, then to Scotland, original stuff, inventive works. And I'm from Chicago, and I showed up here in Boston. I don't have to really do too much traveling except come here to see live music every night of the week, and every night is something different. It's really this is an incredible place. So thank you for being here. Thank you for the members out there. If you've never thought about being a member of Club Passim, start thinking about it, because if you are a member, you get into this show for free every month. We're here the second Monday of the month, and all the Discovery Series programs are free. And if you're a student and you sign up for free student membership, you also get into the show for free. So consider that, and we also have membership drives that'll go on, so I'll be pestering you at various points in the year. You'll see me around. But anyway, this Discovery Series has been going on, as Abby mentioned, for 10 years, and we're so grateful to be able to put new acts on this stage that the Passim audience hasn't seen before. In this particular case, the next act we're going to see is a group that has a member that we have seen before, which is really cool, but this is a brand new group that's just forming, and so it's a very, very exciting thing. Before we get to that music, though, I just have a couple of things to mention. We have a next show coming up on April 14th, and it's a group, 2 groups, and the first name of the group is Water Street Wranglers, and I'd just like to read short descriptions to entice you to understand what the music might be like so you'll show up. The Water Street Wranglers are a Boston-based Americana band with strong roots in bluegrass and a passion for mixing traditional and contemporary sounds. This quintet, okay, so there'll be a lot of people on this stage, right? The quintet mixes driving bluegrass standards with fresh, ear-catching originals in each set, and they've got a signature sound, so we'll see. But that's going to be a wonderful, wonderful group. And then the Elena Mazie Band is also going to be here. I think we've seen them in Campfire Festival, and this might be their first opportunity to play a complete set on the Campfire stage and on the Discovery Series stage here at Passim. And it's singer-songwriter and multi-instrumentalist. Elena grew up in rural Illinois and recently moved to Boston to study songwriting and American roots. So that's going to be a really special show coming up. I'd also like to just, for your calendars, even though very few of you have your calendars in front of you, remember that we've got also on May 12th coming up the Iguana Music Award show, Iguana Music Fund show, and that features some of the Iguana Fund award winners for 2024. The Iguana Music Fund gives out over $40,000 in grants to artists every year for their various projects. It's one of the amazing things that Club Passim does, as well as some other programs like the Gecko Fund, which gives out awards to artists. It's an amazing, generous nonprofit club that's funded by all of you, and it features some of the artists that have won awards in 2024, and that's going to be a wonderful show. It always is, to showcase some of those artists. And finally, I will get off the stage in a second, but we're going to give away a free CD tonight. Both groups do not have a free CD, but Casey, or a CD you'd pay money for. Although I will mention, that on March 28th, right, Davis and Haleigh are going to come out with a CD, so make sure you watch for that. But anyway, Casey's also in a band called Corner House, and they have a wonderful CD that they came out with, and Casey's been so gracious as to sign this. So I'm just going to reach in for those of you that have signed up. And Molly, and I don't know your last name, Molly.
That's Molly Tucker.
Molly, how could you possibly put your name in? All right, Molly. I'm going to make. Molly is a very well-known person at Club Passim, and I won't explain anything further for those of you that don't know Molly. But Molly, I will give you a corner house record, but we're going to give you the signed record to somebody else tonight. All right, and if you why don't you read this name? All right, excellent. All right, beautiful. And make your way up and get a free signed CD. That is actually very, very funny. I want to thank Matt Smith, who is the managing director of Club Passim, who supports this show. Abby Albin, who does an amazing job as a club manager, who's on sound tonight. So please, big round of applause for them. Elena's in the box office. Alex is waiting on your table tonight. So please get them very, very generously. And that's it for me. So it's really, really, really my great, great pleasure to present the first performance, I think, on the Club Passim stage of Nobody's Business.
Thank you. We are nobody's business. On guitar, tuning beautifully over there, we have Helen Kuhar. On cello, we have Casey Murray. And I'm Hayden Stern. Those were a couple of tunes. That first one was a great contemporary Scottish jig by Mike Vass from his great album Notes from the Boat. If you want to hear a great album of Scottish tunes recorded on a boat, that's one of them. And the second tune is called 28th Avenue Autumn, and that is one of my tunes that I wrote because it was autumn.
Nice.
And now Helen is going to sing us a song.
I'm going to sing you a song. We've been on tour for the past 10 days, which has been very exciting. We've been mainly playing for contra dancers. If you don't, we've got some contra dancers in the audience. Thank you. If you don't know what contra dancing is, you should find that out in your own time. But it was very exciting because as we were preparing for this, one thing you don't usually get to do for contra dances is songs. I got to pitch Casey and Hayden on a bunch of songs that I really enjoy. And this was the one that I went down the list of songs that I know, and when I told them this one, they both went, oh! I was like, okay, so we'll do that one. This song is The Old Churchyard. Come with me to the old churchyard. I so well know these paths neath the soft green sward. Friends slumber here who we want to regard. Tuning's the best part about performing. Nobody talks to you about all the fun things you think about when you're tuning in front of a room full of people.
What do you think about?
I was thinking about if it would be funny if I acknowledged how awkward tuning was. And I think my conclusion was that it's kind of funny. It's not nothing. That is so true. I love this audience participation bit we've entered into, and it's over.
Now 2 people have to tune. um, those 2 tunes, the first one was called Miss Mary McDonald. It's a Scottish tune I learned, gosh, when I was like 11, that we have re-groovified. And then the second tune is a Belgian tune, I believe, called Hellbore, which is a great tune. This is the part where I have to figure out more to say about those tunes while they tune. This is the hardest part about the job. You might think the hardest part about the job is playing the fiddle. It's not.
Talk about the next tune.
Well, the next tunes. Well, it's Casey's job to talk about the next tune.
Talk about the tune after
No, the next tune is actually a tune that Casey wrote. That is called "Tune for Pete," which I'm sure they will tell you more about. The tune after that we'll go into from there is a tune called "Wedding at 11 West" that I wrote for a very dear friend of mine who got married this summer in a hospital right before having open heart surgery. And so I wrote a tune about it. They're doing great.
Tune for Pete is for, if any of you had the great honor of knowing Pete Sutherland. He's no longer with us, but he lives on in a whole lot of places. So it's the tune I wrote for Pete.
Thank you guys so much. Up next, we've got another song for you. And if you are the type who sings along to songs, people who said they were contra dancers, I bet there's a lot of crossover. You might know this one. And this is actually a traditional song written by an English poet back in 1906. And it is called Oak and Ash and Thorn. Yup. We love trees. So I'll please invite you to sing along. The chorus is pretty pick-upable, but I will sing it first so you know what it sounds like. And it sounds like this. Sing, oak and ash and thorn, good sir, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing as oak and ash and thorn. Pretty easy. Of all the trees that grow so fair, old England to adorn, greater none beneath the sun is oak and ash and thorn. Sing, oak and ash and thorn, good sir, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing at oak and ash and thorn. A wheel that is old in churchyard mold will greeteth the mighty bow, and alder for shoes your wise men choose, and beech for cups also. So when you have killed and your bowl is filled and your shoes are clean outworn, back you will speed for all that you need in oak and ash and thorn. Sing, oak and ash and thorn, good sir, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing at oak and ash and thorn. Sing, oak and ash and thorn, good sir, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing at oak and ash and thorn. Oh, elm, she hates mankind and waits till every gust be laid, to drop a limb on the head of him that anyway trusts her shade. So whether a lad be sober or sad, or mellow with ale from the horn, he'll doeth no wrong if he lieth along the oak and ash and thorn. Sing, oak and ash and thorn, good sir, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing at oak and ash and thorn. Sing, oak and ash and thorn, good sir, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we'll sing of no little thing at oak and ash and thorn. Oh, do not tell the priest of our plight, for he would call it a sin. For we've been out in the woods all night, a conjuring summer in. Good news we bring by word of mouth, good news for cattle and corn. As soon as the sun comes up from the south, with oak and ash and thorn. Sing, oak and ash and thorn, good sir, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing at oak and ash and thorn. Sing, oak and ash and thorn, good sir, all on a midsummer's morn. Surely we sing of no little thing at oak and ash and thorn.
Thank you so much. So, this is the moment in our set list where Helen, who was a theater major, has written a nice script for what all of us are supposed to do. And well, and mine here says, Hayden, say something I don't know. Tell a story.
I don't know. Tell a story.
Did I ever decide on a story?
I think a lot of them just got vetoed.
We
There was a
liked
lot of
Casey's story the best.
Yeah, there was a
actually.
lot of spaghetti thrown at the wall in the green room. I apologize to
We
the
cleaned
Passim.
up. We cleaned up.
Yeah. Let's do waltz. Yeah.
We're gonna play a waltz. This is a waltz that we have constructed from a Nile Valley tune that is sometimes played in 3 and sometimes not played in 3, but it's definitely not a waltz. But that's nobody's business.
Thank you guys so much. Those were some Andros, which were in E minor.
They're French. Well,
they're-
they're Breton.
We. We just have one more set left for you. Thank you all so much for being here. This has been an absolute delight. Thank you to Passim for having us. Oh, thank you to Davis and Haleigh, who were on before. You guys were wonderful. And we're going to finish this off in the best way possible, which is going to include some tuning, just to really sit in it, this moment we have together, and the community that's brought through music and through sitting in discomfort. Once again, my name is Helen, this is Casey, and this is Hayden, and we are nobody's business. Thank you all so much.